Welcome to Health and Wellness. I'm your host, Kearni Warren, and on today's episode, I'm speaking with Martin Burman, who is the owner of Burman Health Shop in Brookhaven, Pennsylvania. The Burman brand has been in business for over 75 years, and today we will discuss some of the products that fall under the brand, as well as important information regarding the natural product industry. How did you get involved with the retail vitamin business? Over the past few years, it seems as though it's become such a huge trend, but your brand and company has been in business for over 75 years. So what made you want to get involved with it?
Well, after college, I actually worked for my brother, who's a pharmacist, and we have a pharmacy that's been around since 1959, which is started by my father, Harvey Burman, who's a graduate at Temple University. After that time, I came back home. I worked for them for about 5 years, and it's funny, the whole thing really started as a young child. I worked in my dad's pharmacy, and not only did we sell prescriptions, but we also sold natural remedies as well. So my dad was well before his time. 50 years ago, he was selling herbs and vitamins and things of that nature, and I saw how he interacted with customers. So that really, from a very young age, was a big impression on my life and how we take care of people here at the store. So to backtrack, after 5 years of working in the pharmacy business after college, I made a decision, along with my dad, to open up a vitamin store right here in Brookhaven, Pennsylvania, and that's been 20 years now. And it's been a very interesting ride. There's been a lot of different waves and a lot of different trends and a lot of different fads, but the products that we carry here at the store are trusted. They're utilized by our consumers, and we educate people on the use and the proper use of those products.
I'm glad you mentioned trust. So safety as well as trust are big issues within the natural product industry. What sets the Burman product and brand aside from the competitors?
Well, that's a great question. We have a private label company. It's Burman's Health Shop, which actually is featured on burmanshealthshop.com. You can see all of our products, but we have about 200 unique products in our own brand. What really separates us is the quality from the raw material all the way through to what the customer actually buys and ingests. Every step of the process, from the raw material through its processing, through quality assurance, through liquid chromatography, and different types of modalities that we use to test these products, everything is completely, I'm stumbling a little bit. Everything essentially, there's quality from the beginning to the very end of the process of manufacturing. And we use good manufacturing processes, which is also known as GMPs, and these are very important to the consumer. So the quality, the basic thing I want to say about quality is that you have to make sure that what's in the capsule is actually in the capsule. Just recently, in the state of New York, the governor had like a little private mission, and he actually went around to different pharmacies and different outlets for vitamins. And what they found was actually astonishing. There were several herbal products that they found that not only were there other materials in there, but there wasn't the actual material that is the constituent that should be working in the body for the consumer. So all of these companies essentially were scrutinized. You will not have that problem in our brand, because we are transparent, completely transparent. So whatever we say is in that bottle is actually in that bottle. And we also have independent assays. We have a variety of different sources for our consumers to take a look at that allow them to see that there's true quality in everything that we do. Not only that, but herbal products most of them should be standardized. And that means that pharmaceutically, each capsule has exactly what it should say on the label on there. And it's basically kind of like a pharmaceutical process where standardization, that means that every capsule is exactly the same as the next. So we use European herbs in our manufacturing. We use standardization in most of our herbal extracts, and our formulas are second to none. We've got incredible formulas made by incredible formulators, so that really is the backbone of our business.
And that can speak to why you've been in business for so long, amidst some of the larger companies that are out there and the larger chains that are out there. For you to be in business for 20 years as a vitamin shop, and you're still thriving.
Yeah, absolutely. Business is great. We have a big loyal customer following. We just launched BurmansHealthShop.com, where all of our products are online, and people can take a look. There are descriptions of each one of those products, and also beyond the quality and the great products that we carry under our own name is the education that we give to our consumers. I'm not here to bash any competitor. I know that a lot of people have gotten into this business because it is a lucrative business. Most Americans take supplements. I think the average American takes up to like 2 or 3 supplements per year, or even on an ongoing basis. So I think what separates us is the quality. And also the experience that you're going to have. You're going to be talking to somebody that has over 20 years of experience, and I consider myself an expert in this field because we do a lot of things that other stores don't do. We manufacture some products. We do a lot of seminars. We do a lot of educational materials. We do newsletters and try to inform people. And I think that that's what makes us a strong competitor still after all these years.
Let's talk about consumer education. Consumer education is very important. What do you, along with your staff, do on a daily basis to educate the consumer?
Well, I think the one thing that we do really well with our staff is our training. Everybody that comes on board with me spends a lot of time and personal time with me out front with the customers, and I try to educate them the very best that I can on every particular product that we have. We have over 500 to 600 different products here at the store, so it is very labor intensive to educate our employees. But through our internet site, through resources that we have and different publications that we have, through newsletters and trade journals, we try to educate everybody here so that they can pass on the correct information to our consumers. We also have some really cool technology things here as well. We have like a smart board that we actually use to educate our customers when they come in, which is unique. Most stores don't have that. And then we have access to databases. It's funny, I just hired a young gentleman by the name of Ted, and Ted took it upon himself to actually put 2 apps right on his phone that enable him to, at the touch of a button, answer questions for consumers.
Oh, wow.
But not only answer questions, but also to start a dialogue with the consumer. And the other thing is that through our relationships with our manufacturers and raw material suppliers, they also do in-store training to us as well. Mm-hmm. So they're bringing the best information that they can from the manufacturing world and giving that to us.
Okay, so let's talk about trends.
Uh-huh.
What are some of the emerging trends with natural products as it relates to natural remedies? Right now?
I think the biggest trends right now are formulas. There have always been formulas out there in the marketplace, but now we are seeing more of a trend in specific condition-specific products. just to give you an example, one of our emerging products right now is a product that we came out with called cholesterol support. So, and I can rattle off a few of them. Cholesterol support. We have a joint support product. We have a brain support product. We also have a product called Inflamove, which actually helps address inflammation in the entire body. We have also a mood support product that just came out. So what that's telling you is that people are wanting to maximize, and this is one of the taglines that we use, maximize nutrition and minimize medication. The reason the customers come in here is because we do have a pharmacy background and the education that we have, of course. So they're always looking for the best information possible, and we can provide that for them. But the biggest thing my customers always say to me is we really don't want to take medication. We want to minimize the amount of medication that we take and try some of these other formulas that are very safe. For the most part, our industry is extremely safe. In fact, there's a statistic out there that you're actually 100 times more likely to get food poisoning at a fast food restaurant than you are to have a side effect with one of our supplements. Because our supplements are truly safe for the most part, and as long as you're dealing with a quality brand and somebody that knows what they're doing. Minimizing medication, maximizing nutrition, and our formulas are designed for results. That's the other thing. We guarantee every single product in our store, so everything's 100% guaranteed. If you don't see a result, we basically give you a store credit back, because we don't want people to spend their hard-earned money without having some type of guarantee or fallback. And I can guarantee you, and this is nothing against the pharmaceutical industry, but the pharmaceutical industry is not going to give you your money back. You go to the pharmacy, you pay for your prescription. The prescription causes a side effect. That pharmacy and that drug company have your sale, and that's something to think about. It's definitely something to think about.
Well, speaking of your brand and the products that you offer, currently you have a top 5 supplement regimen list. How did you come up with this list? Why did you feel it was important, and what are the products that are on this list?
Yeah, I think that just over the years I've realized, dealing with customers and interacting with my customers, that 5 works. 5 different supplements for everyday health, or the option of having these 5 products, really does a good job and really works. And to me, it makes perfect sense. We need a good multivitamin every single day. Our liquid multivitamin could be that product. Vitamin D3, which is great for cancer reduction and good for your bones, and most of us are deficient in it. So vitamin D3 is another one. Part of our top 5. The third would be fish oil or omega-3s. Omega-3s are extremely important in heart health and also in brain health and studies, because there's something called docosahexaenoic acid, which is actually a component of fish oil that actually helps out with ADD and a variety of different things. And also mood. There's some studies that omega-3s and a deficiency in omega-3s can actually relate to lower mood levels. So omega-3s. The fourth one is coenzyme Q10, which we do have in our liquid formula, but I believe that we need more of that. It's in every living cell in our body, and when we put it into our body in supplemental form, we actually get adequate levels that help us out with heart health. And then the fifth product that I think is extremely beneficial is a probiotic. Probiotics are good living flora, and it's kind of it's frustrating because we've been talking about probiotics for many years in this store. Now they're everywhere. But one thing's for sure is our probiotics and our strains are much better than what you can find in the marketplace. It does come with a premium price, but the premium price is well worth it because you're getting the nutrients, basically the bugs and the flora that go into the bowel. In our preparation, our Burman's brand of probiotics, we use something called BEARS, Bioenhanced Acid Resistant Strain. So it's a particular type of strain of probiotic of bacteria that doesn't get destroyed by stomach acid. It goes into the bowel, and that's where it actually gets colonized. So those are my top 5. Turmeric is probably my 6th, if I could add a 6th. But I think 5 works, and people trust our top 5, and that's what we really. And the other thing about the top 5 that I forgot to mention is that these are products that have absolutely no side effects and a tremendous track record of safety. So over the years, these 5 different supplements, more of the press and the information and the studies that have been done on these things have been extremely positive. So I stick with those 5.
Speaking more about products and your own brand, you have a sports nutrition program called Southpaw Nutrition.
Yeah.
Talk to us about what that details and what is it for?
Okay, well, Southpaw Sports Nutrition, and you mentioned earlier about 75 years in business. That could be close to 100 years, actually. And the reason is we really didn't start out in the health field. We actually started out in the newspaper business. My grandfather, who was born at the turn of the century, essentially owned one of the biggest newspaper distributorships in the city of Chester. So he was from South Philadelphia. His name was Bobby Burman. His real name was Benjamin Burman. But at a young age, he started to sell newspapers. But in his earliest life, when he was in his teens, he was a boxer. He was a professional boxer, and he's actually in the Delaware County Hall of Fame, Sports Hall of Fame, as one of the best professional boxers that's ever come out of South Philly and Delaware County. So we have a long history, and that's really where our business started, in the newspaper business. But then after my father graduated from pharmacy in 50, I believe it was 55, we got into the health field at that point. Southpaw Nutrition is a testament of what my grandfather stood for. He was a southpaw, but he was a tough, caring individual, and we thought, with his athleticism and all the things that he did in the ring, we would name our sports nutrition products after Bobby. So that's what we've done. Our sports nutrition product line is all based on it being clean. If you go to the internet and you go to different places and all these quote unquote musclehead magazines and publications, you can find a lot of dirty proteins. In other words, the protein that comes from milk, which is called whey. Whey is the actual protein content in milk. When you dry milk, basically the protein whey comes out and it looks like a powder. Yeah, so that's what whey. That's how whey is derived. Our whey actually comes from Germany, where the cows are not fed with growth hormones. They eat normally. They're able to graze, and they're not fed or actually shot up with antibiotics as well. So that's a big plus. So that's where we come up with the word clean. And proteins are big business these days. Everybody is taking high quality proteins for the most part. If you're an athlete, you're a weekend warrior. Plus, we know that protein really helps out with a variety of different health issues. As far as like even studies that it actually helps you sleep better, helps you build lean muscle mass, and also helps out with weight reduction as well. So we have whey protein, we have some soy protein products, and then we also have something that's very new. It's a plant protein. So there are 5 different proteins in our plant protein, and all of them are hypoallergenic, which means that we don't know of anybody that would have an allergic reaction to these different proteins. Inchy seed, I believe, is in there, rice protein, and also pea protein. So among a couple other proteins that we put in there. So plant protein is completely hypoallergenic and a huge seller now, and it tastes delicious. So those are some of the key products. We also have some creatine and branched chain amino acids under the Southpaw line. But that's kind of the story about our sports nutrition. I think the biggest thing you can take away from what I have to say is that you're going to get a very premium, clean product, and that's really what we're all about. If you want a cheap product, something that's really not going to be effective, that's not the best for your body, Burman's really isn't the place to be. Mm-hmm. But if you do want the best, if you want to get a premium product, something that's going to give you the results that you want, that you know you're going to get, you're going to get the quality product that you need, this is the place.
Where do you see the future of the natural product industry and alternative medicine going in the future?
Well, I think there's no end. There's no stopping. There's no ending. I think the education is starting to get out. I'm seeing that at schools, kids' lunches are starting to get better. With school nutrition and things of that nature. I think obviously we have a long way to go. Diabetes is running rampant in the United States. Obesity is obviously a huge problem, and I think that we're all born with certain crosses to bear, so to speak. I've struggled with my weight for years, and it's something that I continue to work on. But I think that we all try to do the best that we can, try to make good decisions, and I think that hopefully the medical community, especially around here, I've started to see more clinics pop up that are wellness clinics and preventative care. I think everything is going to be based on preventative care, but we have a long way to go. We really have a long way to go because, like I said, diabetes is the fastest growing disease, and there's some really startling statistics out there about childhood obesity and things of that nature. So we definitely have a long way to go, but I see that over the last 20 years that I've been in business, there's more information, there's more education, there's more as far as holistic care goes. I don't know if that answers the question or not, but I see us going. In fact, one of the things that has happened to my family is that my wife Ann, who is an RN, she's a graduate of Widener University, their program. She is a employee of the University of Pennsylvania Health System, but recently started a practice, which is a holistic nurse coaching practice. She is a certified integrative nurse coach, and there's many different avenues that she can go into as far as the care goes with this particular certification. But mostly it's coaching, it's wellness coaching, trying to take a holistic approach to the individual because to be quite honest with you, life is very difficult at times. And not only do we need spiritual health and spirituality, we also need somebody that I think you can talk to and somebody that can lead you into a better direction, wellness-wise, mental health and physical health. And that's some of the things that Ann is doing for us here at the store. And most of our customers are excited to get started with her.
Well, you come from a long history of people working in the health and wellness field, and then with your wife being a registered nurse. So what makes Burman Health Shop the place to go to over other chains and internet companies? Why should consumers purchase from you?
I think a couple of different reasons. Obviously, it's the quality of our products, and that we stand behind every product that we sell. Number two, the personal service and getting to really know somebody, that's been in the industry for over 20 years. Our employees are well trained. They're not here to sell you anything other than health. And you go into other stores, the training is just not there. It's just not there. They're basically put into a spot. They're a glorified clerk, and that's not how I look at my employees. We look at ourselves as wellness advocates. So when people come in, we're really trying to get them the right thing into their hands, something that's going to be effective and it's going to be really safe for them. But I think the personal relationship, being able to talk to people, being able to relate to them, is really key. The other thing is that we've stemmed into some other things with Ann, with the certification for integrative nurse coaching. That's a big plus for us that we have that type of feature behind us. We have a pharmacy in our family business so that we can talk about pharmacy interactions with different medications. We have access to pharmacists that can help us with people that have certain conditions and things of that nature. Not only that, but twice a week we have a chiropractor and acupuncturist here at the store. So that is we have a practitioner here on site. So I think that's another very unique thing. And also there are ways to save in our store. We want to offer a premium product because we don't believe in anything else. But we also have membership clubs here as well. We have a platinum membership where you can save 20% every day. We have a website where you can order online and have in-store pickup, or we ship across the United States. So I think that it's worth your trip in. And I think in today's society, we're missing a lot of that. Small business is starting to really disappear. And it's sad because I try to support small business as much as I possibly can, because these people are the backbone of our country. This is how things started. And I just know personally that when you go into a independent vitamin store, no matter where you are, as long as it's a good store, and most of them are, and you go into an independent, automotive place, there's that sense of like you're going to be taken care of, and that's really what we try to do with our customers.
Well, it seems as if, from all of the information that you've shared with us, that the Burman brand offers a one-stop shop for health and wellness across the board.
Yeah, I think so. I think that, I'm a big believer, obviously, of emergency medicine, and I'm a big believer of drugs when they can be, certainly effective without side effects, and we do need medications. But I believe that we're in a great position to really help our community. We do plan on opening up another store, another retail location within the next year or two. So we're excited about that, and maybe more of a bustling community, because we've been in the same location for about 20 years now. So we would like to bring this platform to another area. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think that Burman's is a great place to shop. I think it's a great place to learn. And I think it's a great place to find new innovative products as well. We're always trying to bring in new products that are very effective. So you're not just being dealt a line here. We're bringing in some very effective products because we take chances on those things, and for the most part, they as long as the science is behind it, they're pretty effective.
Well, where can our viewers learn more information about your company? Do you have a Twitter? Are you on social media? Share with.
Yeah, actually, we're on Facebook, so you can like us on Facebook. You can join us on Twitter. We're on Instagram, Pinterest, and I think LinkedIn as well. I have a personal page on LinkedIn as well. So all the social media's outlets are covered, and you can share with us or contact us there. Our website is burmanshealthshop.com. So that's an interactive website where you can actually leave us messages right on the site. We will get back to you. In some instances, we are live, so that we can actually get back to you in a live circumstance online. You can email me at mburmans@comcast.net. Our phone number is 610-874-8418. And of course, you can stop into the store here. We're located at 3409 Edgemont Avenue in Brookhaven, PA, the same location that we started at 20 years ago. But I think that pretty much covers it.
Well, I just want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to speak with us here in Health and Wellness.
Thanks a lot. This was great, and I think you guys are doing great work, and I really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.